Hi guys, welcome to week 2. Congratulate yourselves, you made it through the first week of class, and hopefully you found the content there to be interesting, provocative, and thought-provoking. Okay, this week you're going to have slightly a different experience in that there's a lecture added this week, and you need to make sure that you listen to that lecture. It's going to be dealing with some changes which occur in what we call, as historians, the New South. Which is a contrast to the Old South, although as we will see, there were some continuities from the Old to the New South, and predominantly we're dealing with racism as a continuity. Despite the achievements of the Civil War and despite the achievements of Reconstruction, once Reconstruction ends, even though the South makes some significant changes, racism still seems to be a mainstay, and African Americans pretty much have an experience in the South as being relegated to a second-class citizenry. And that's a continuation. And so we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be discussing some debates between African American leaders. And of course, as always, these leaders didn't always agree on the route to be taken. And in fact, this week we're going to be focusing to a degree on the differences between a man by the name of W.E.B. Du Bois and one named Booker T. Washington. And I'm going to ask you this week to sort of assess the differences in their approaches and to talk more about those. In addition to that, we're also going to be looking at a period of history that historians have wrongfully described as the New Immigration. They called this period the New Immigration because there were a new wave of immigrants who came from new geographic locations. But the reality is that the moniker, the term New Immigration, isn't really fair because it sort of suggests that some groups of immigrants were not relevant, when in fact they were, and many immigrants who came during the period that historians call the Old Immigration, they still were coming. And it's an interesting discourse and discussion to have, but I'm going to be presenting to you this one facet of the immigration story, and it's going to be the Ellis Island story, where immigrants went through Ellis Island. But just understand that this is just one facet, one aspect of that story, and the experiences of the immigrants who came through Ellis Island are not necessarily synonymous for the experiences had by all groups of people. Okay? And that's the material we're going to be looking at this week. You're going to have a lecture you need to listen to. I think you need to listen or read chapter 18 in your textbook, and there's a film to watch. And of course, the discussion board questions for this week. Make sure that you get your main post uploaded by Wednesday at 11:59, and then your subsequent post to another student by Sunday at the same time. Okay? The other thing I just want to highlight is that if you have not yet contacted me about what topic you would like to look at for your final paper, please do that. You can access the directions for the final paper by clicking on the Course Information tab, and just get back to me. It is a first-come, first-served situation, so make sure that you choose a couple of options, all right? And just be on the lookout for, as we get closer to the middle of the semester, I'm going to begin providing some more information about what it is I'm looking for in these papers. But generally, you want to ensure that you're editing your work, that you're really thinking through the evidence and material that you're using to construct a solid argument and a solid response to the question or prompt that you selected. So, with that, I think that covers everything I have to say this week. But as always, if you have questions or concerns, please contact me, and I'll do my best to get back to you. All right, guys? All right, go in peace, be warm and filled, and may the force be with you as always. Bye, guys.